Hello everybody. In this video we are going to discuss My Mother at 66 by Kamala Das. In this poem, the poet is talking about her love for her mother and also the process of aging. Moreover, she also expresses her concern and worry about her mother because right from her childhood she had a tension, she had a worry about her mother that one day her mother would be very old and she won't be there with her to look after her. So this tension and the love for her mother has come out in this poem, has been expressed in this poem. So let's see how all this has been properly conveyed in this poem. So before beginning, I must tell you that the poem is quite simple and written in a very lucid manner without using any complicated structures or sentences, as is the case with all the poems of Kamala Das. So let's begin. Driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning. So you can see how simple it is. The poet has presented in a very simple manner. Driving from my parents' home. So she was going away from her parents' home to Cochin airport and it was Friday morning. So a very simple expression, and further she says, I saw my mother beside me doze open mouthed. So her mother was dozing. That means feeling sleepy. Now that might be because of the tiredness and also because of the old age that she might be quite weak, and that's why she was feeling quite sleepy. She was dozing, her mouth was wide open. Just as we see travelers while traveling in a train or bus, people just doze, open mouth, fall on others. So the same condition was there with her mother. She was dozing and her mouth was wide open, an indication of tiredness and sleepiness, that she might be feeling very weak and tired. And her face ashen like that of a corpse. Her face ashen like that of a corpse. Now here the poet has compared her face with a corpse, means dead body. So why this comparison with dead body? Why this comparison with corpse? So just as a dead body, a corpse loses all its glow and grace and it's all wrinkled and stiff and all faded, same way in old age a person becomes like that, shorn of all the grace and charm and all dull and faded. The glow and charm of the youth all goes away, all fades away. So mother's condition was just like that. Moreover, in old age, the skin becomes wrinkled, crisscross of lines running from everywhere to everywhere. So that was the mother's condition. That's why her face has been compared with a corpse, a dead body. Now when she saw this and realized with pain that she was as old as she looked. So when she saw her mother's condition like that, like a corpse and all dull and sitting sleepy and open mouth, there was a pain in her heart. She realized with pain what? That she was as old as she looked. It means this realization that my mother has really become very old. So this realization pained her. Automatically there welled up that hurt and pain in her heart. But soon I put that thought away and looked out at young trees sprinting and many children running out of their homes. So when she saw her mother's condition so dull, she was gloomy, she was sad, there was pain in her heart, but soon she put that thought away. She put that thought aside, the thought which was troubling her, and looked out of the window, looked out of the car, and what did she see? Young trees sprinting and merry children running out of their homes. Now these two images are in complete contrast to her mother. On one side, the mother, symbolic of old age, passivity, lack of energy, lack of enthusiasm, lack of vitality, lack of grace, lack of liveliness. Same way, just the contrary to that, the children and the trees are symbolic of energy, vitality, activity, freshness, youth, enthusiasm. So both the images are in complete contrast to each other. And the idea of bringing in these two images is to convey the poet's grief and her love for her mother in a poignant manner, in a sharp manner, to make it more effective, that how she felt her mother's condition in that background, how she was grieving for her mother. So that comes out in a very clear and emphatic manner against that background. So that's the idea of bringing in these two images in this poem. So here let's discuss young trees sprinting. Sprinting means running very fast. So when we travel, we see the things going very fast. So same way here, trees seem to be sprinting and running very fast. But there is one more implied sense here, and that is the trees have been personified by the poet, and she is trying to tell us that time is fleeting. Time speed away time runs very fast, and the poet realizes when she sees all that how time has flown by and my mother has grown so old. So that's the importance of this image. And the merry children running out of their homes. So she feels that everything is lively and energetic. The children are happy, merry. They are coming out of their homes and playing and cheerful and enjoying and lively. Everything is proper and lively and going on in a usual way, but her mother is no more like what she had been or what she used to be. That energy, that liveliness, that grace has all gone away. So that is how she conveys the mother's condition, presenting these two images. Further, she says, after the airport's security check, so there is the airport, and at the airport there is security checking. So that all happened, and after the airport security check, standing a few yards away, standing a few yards away, I looked again at her van, pale as a late winter's moon, as a late winter's moon. So after reaching the airport, there was security checking, and after the security checking, they both stood apart. Mother one side and the poet one side, as usually happens. But when she looked again, after that separation, when she looked again at her mother, she found her vain, means energyless, pale, the grace all gone, the glory all gone, vain and pale. And here comes the comparison with late winter's moon. So as earlier she used a simile when she compared her mother's face with a corpse, ashen like that of a corpse. So that was a simile, and again this is an example of simile. She is comparing her mother with a late winter's moon. So why this late winter's moon? Because just a late winter means winter is approaching its end. So like that, her mother was also in her declining years. She was perhaps also approaching her end. And in winter season, atmosphere is all foggy and hazy. So moon doesn't appear full bright and radiant. It appears in its faded glory, all diminished and dull. Same way the mother in her old age had lost all her charm and glow, and she also appeared in a faded glory, in a dull way. Her appearance was all dull. So that's why she has compared her mother here with late winter's moon. Moreover, winter is symbolic of death, decay and passivity, and her mother's condition was just that. So this comparison is quite apt and appropriate, perfectly suitable here with her mother. And further she says, and felt that old familiar ache. My childhood's fear. So when the parting time came, when that separation time came, when that moment when she was to go away finally from her mother, that ache, that pain which she had already thought of in her childhood, the pain which she had already felt and realized that one day this is to happen, that pain welled up again. That's why my childhood's fear, because right from her childhood when she got a bit mature, she had thought about this and she knew that one day this is going to happen. I'll be away from my mother and my mother would be all alone, aged, weak and tired, and nobody would be there to look after her, to take care of her. So that moment had finally come, and this feeling, this realization made her painful. She was all full of pain at that parting moment. But she says, but all I said was, but all I said was, see you soon, Amma. And all I did was smile and smile and smile. So at that moment, as the poet has written, all I said was, see you soon, Amma. And all I did was smile and smile and smile. But these two last lines are not as simple as written. There is an implied sense here, there is something important hidden here, and there is a question as well in the last question of your text, that what do the parting expressions suggest? So yes, they do suggest something, and let's see what do they suggest. See you soon, Amma. So this expression is to suggest that at that departure time, at that parting time, she wanted to give an assurance to her mother that, mother, you don't worry. I'll be there with you to look after you, to take care of you. So you don't have to worry about anything. I'll soon be back. So this was an assurance from her to her mother. This might be the suggestion. And the next line, all I did was smile and smile and smile. So putting on this smile on her face, perhaps she was trying to hide the pain which was lying buried in her heart. And of course, how she could make her mother pain at that last moment. So she was hiding her pain and smiling, putting on that smile on her face. She was trying to show that she was not that sad. So this is the meaning of these last two lines. So in a very simple manner, with the images of trees and merry children, with the usage of similes in the poem, the poet has conveyed her love for her mother, the process of aging, and her concern as well for her mother in a very simple and lucid manner. So that's all about My Mother at 66 by Kamala Das. Thank you very much for watching this video.